So I taught massage for 8.5 years, and I knew I did really good massage. You know, I did what I was trained to do. I had people tell me all the time, "Oh my gosh, you have this great gift." I didn't have a clue, right? But I knew that I worked like I wanted it to feel in my body. So I knew I did really good work. They got off the table, they felt like paste, you know, they were really relaxed. but I used to get very frustrated because I couldn't figure out why they would, and this is, you know, early in my career, they would get off my table, they'd feel fabulous, they'd go out, they'd live their life, whether it was, you know, a week, 2 weeks, or whatever. They'd come back, they'd either have, their pain was the same, or their pain had moved, or whatever. And I thought, gosh, there's got to be something that they do in their life, you know, right, repetitively, whether it's what surface they're working on, walking on, how they're using their bodies. And so I became very interested in the biomechanical aspect of things. And anyway, which led me then to Rolfing and craniosacral therapy and whatever. And so, since you don't know anything about any of it,
you're wrong there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my ex was qualified in craniosacral therapy.
Oh, okay. All right. So you know a little bit.
But that was about the time we diverged.
So let me just kind of talk to you a little bit about Rolfing as, and Rolfing is really the sort of like to Kleenexes to tissues, right? It's the brand name of what Dr. Rolf actually called structural integration.
Right.
Okay? And so we have this body that, if, you know, we lived in a perfect world, we've got gravity, we've got this connective tissue called fascia, and everything surrounds that. You know, we have gravity, we should have a plumb line, which means we should have space and length, and so gravity sort of helps us out here, and it gives us lift. That's the perfect model. Okay? All right. So here you've had injuries, accidents, things kind of get compressed and rotated and jumbled. And so now this connective tissue, gravity is your enemy. It pulls you apart. And there's no plumb line. And so what it does is it compresses things. So what holds you in place is tension and strain. That's the picture of that. That's what Dr. Rolf called the random body. And so literally what happens is, you know, this body is not going to be nearly as, first of all, it's not going to be efficient. It's not going to be comfortable because you've got tension and strain in there. And so what I do is I work with this connective tissue, which is made of collagen fibers and elastic fibers, and it's kind of, I've got some pictures of it, except I just erased everything in my other computer accidentally, and so I'm not going to show that to you today. But you can go onto YouTube and type in fascia, and you'll see some of these videos that have been done in live, so that you can see how. And I'll show you the next time.
Actually, you know what I found that was really interesting was we went down to see the Body Works.
Oh, good. So you saw some really cool
Oh
stuff.
yeah, no, that was. I mean, really put a whole bunch of stuff into perspective for me. You know, you're kind of where all the parts are, but I was just flabbergasted by the role of fascia in the body. It really blew me away.
Awesome. Awesome. Anyway, so that's what I do, is I look at how everything is connected. So we'll do some pictures, and I'm going to do some pictures of you standing front, side, back view, so we can kind of see where you are. And then we'll do pictures again, either at the end of this session, or probably at assuming that you're going to continue on, I'll give you more explanation. Rolfing is generally done in 10 sessions. That makes this permanent, because you come in very disorganized, and we make it more organized and more organized and more organized.
Attest to the fact that I'm disorganized.
Yeah. And so, all right, so then we've got a witness. It's all good. And so what we want to do is we want to be able to have this become a permanent thing. And so in each session we create more organization by working on different structural layers and what have you to create more permanency in what it is that we do here. And then gravity really becomes your ally, so that you keep moving. You know, at some point you have more organization in your body than disorganization. And so literally you kind of have a tipping point where your body really does move more towards organization. So it's really kind of nice, because you have the ability to be able to sort of see where you are, and it's a very interactive process. So we'll be able to give you a good kind of an internal sense of what's going on, because most of us, you know, we're out living life. We're not feeling what's going on. We'll feel the restriction.
I try and pay attention to my body pretty close.
That's awesome because that
it tells me things that I ought to be listening to most of the time.
Well, what we want to do is we want to shut the dummy lights off. Right, not just have lights going on saying, help me, help me, help me. We want to be able to
are important to be aware of.
We want to create ease so that you can live your life, go out and do your hiking, do your climbing, do your biking, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. So.